What's going on, everyone? This is Rosin to Straight Things Fanboy Lesson 4 here, and today I'm going to be doing a movie review on the recent animated film that just came out today, Wendell and Wild. I finished watching this an hour ago, and now I'm doing my review. As I'm reviewing this, I finished the movie an hour ago. So, Wendell Wild is directed by Henry Selick and stars Larry Cross, Keegan Michael Kay, Jordan Peele, Angela Bassett, James Hong, and Ving Rhames. So basically, the plot for the story is about this girl named Kat Elliot who loses her parents as a child due to a car accident, and then as a teenager she's orphaned, taken care of by Angela Bassett's character, and which can't really remember the name, but hopefully it gets into me later on in this review. Kat wants to find her wants to bring her parents back to life, and then she meets her two demons, Wendell Wild, the title characters, who enlist who forces Kat to bring them to the land of the living, and they take over the town, basically. So yeah, when Henry Selick is such a great character. I mean, a great director. One, in fact, probably my top five animated directors. Yeah, he really knows how to make a stop motion animation, and I think we can all agree that he's the best stop motion animated film. Imagine if Henry Selick directed Kubo and the Two Strings, my favorite stop motion animated film of all time. That would be awesome. But I mean, he's known for directing The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I think is still his best movie. So that's already an opinion I'm giving. That this isn't as good as Nightmare Before Christmas. He also did Coraline, which is his last film before when and before he took a 13 year hiatus before making a movie. Yeah, that's right. He didn't release anything in the 2010s decade, and he came back for this movie. Welcome back, Henry Selick, and yeah. And he also did the James and the Giant Peach, which I think it's decent, but it is really weird. I mean, it's great, but I think it's easily his weakest film in comparison to the rest. I have a lot of issues with it. So yeah, welcome back to Henry Selick. I know he's pretty much everyone's main reason to be excited for his film. Unfortunately, no one talks about it. Not a lot of people. It seems like not many people recognize this movie. When I've seen a lot of people make their most anticipated movies of October 2022 list. I mean, yeah, sure, this wasn't my most anticipated movie of the month. I mean, you got Amsterdam and you got Black Adam, but no one put this in their most anticipated movies of 2000 and October of the month list, and yeah, that kind of shows that people don't really give it recognition, and I'm not sure if I'm not sure how many people will even see this film. I'm hoping that this doesn't go down as another underrated film. I want this to be accurately rated. So yeah, I think I remember now the name of Angela Bassett's character. It's Sister Helly. Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, she's under the super. She is Kat's supervisor. So yeah, now let's talk about my thoughts on Wendell Wild. Oh wait, before I get to that, the main reason why I was pumped for Wendell Wild is because it's a PG-13 horror anime film. That really excited me because I love PG-13 anime films. We had Bob's Burgers the movie earlier this year, but then we have Wendell Wild, which I think is definitely the better of the two. I really enjoyed the Bob's Burgers movie, but I think I gave it a little too much credit in my movie review of it a few months ago when I first saw it. I don't think it's I don't think the movie blew me away, and I don't think I'm gonna watch it again. But yeah, but I enjoyed it. So yeah, now let's get into Wendell and Wild. I gotta say this movie was amazing, and such amazing. And by the way, speaking of that, I almost forgot to mention. I want to talk about this. How I'm sure everyone knows how I felt about animation. This year there have been far too many bad anime movies this year. Um, After Lightyear, the anime films that came after Lightyear and before this, they were all just absolutely terrible. And yeah, so I was like, can we? And I was like hoping for at least a great anime film of 2022. And Wendell Wild is that, yeah, this is the comeback of animation this year. At last, we actually got a great animated film. In fact, one that's actually near perfect. I mean, I won't say perfect. I mean, I don't know if I'd watch this again, but I think it's flawless. Yeah, this is a flawless movie. Yeah, I don't have any real criticism with it. Now I will say, this won't be everyone's cup of tea. I mean, this isn't a kids film. I mean, yes, kids can watch it. I mean, you're saying animation is for all ages, unless if it's R-rated. But it's PG-13. But I would say this is more for the teenagers. Yeah, this is a teen movie, and also like this is a pretty slow movie. So I don't know how kids might feel about this. Maybe they'll get bored and scared, but it takes a while for the story to get going because there's a lot of things going on in the plot, and I think kids might find it confusing. It takes a while for like the scary parts to actually appear, but yeah, I'll talk about them more later. But yeah, when I love Wendell the Wild, it is such a fantastic movie and a perfect return for Henry Selick. Now I was actually going in expecting this to be my favorite animated film of the year so far. Well, I am expecting Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio to be my true favorite animated film of the year. Well, sadly, this isn't my favorite animated film of the year. Lightyear still remains my favorite animated film of the year. I'm hoping Strange World and Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio can top it. I'm actually passionate. I'm certain Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio will top it because my God, that movie looks so good. I'm loving everything about I'm seeing so far, and even like the rave reviews. Yeah, the reviews already came out and people are raving about it. But yeah, okay, back on topic. Now let's see what I like about Wendell Wild. So, um, I love I may love 2D and 3D animation, but I think stop motion animation doesn't get the love it deserves. Yeah, no, not many people go see stop motion movies anymore. Yeah, and that's kind of sad because we have films like Kubo and the Two Strings, which is arguably my favorite stop motion animated film. We also get um Nightmare Before Christmas and a lot of other masterpieces, and one stop motion movie that I actually saw in theaters. I mean, is the Shaun the Sheep movie, which I thought was going to suck. I was actually forced to see the movie in theaters for some reason, um, but turns out that movie was actually a masterpiece. I was shocked by how great it is. It's so good. But so yeah, so I wish animation deserved more recognition. What a shame Kubo the Two Strings bombed at the box office. Yeah, I mean there's some I don't like. Like Missing Link and the box shows, which I hate the box shows. But yeah, I mean some motion anime film they're not releasing in theaters anymore. They're all going straight to streaming because I mean, at this point, yeah, any stop motion movie that comes out of theaters would bomb at the box office. This one would have most likely bombed at the box office mainly because of how very little they market this and how not many people even talk about this. But yeah, I'm just saying. But yeah, if you actually watch this movie, you'll see how brilliant it is, and you definitely recommend it. So please, I implore you, go see this movie. But yeah, let's talk about what I love about this film. It is actually a mature film. Yeah, and sure, of course, there's some comedy in it because Key and Peele's in it, so of course it's gonna be comedy. But at its center, this is a film that's grim and dark and bossy and sometimes even emotional. Yeah, it's one that talks about grief. That talks about dealing with the death of a loved one. It tackles a lot of heavy subject matters. Especially for an anime film like this. And yeah, and I said earlier that I'm not sure if I said this, but this is an animated horror movie. So yeah, there are a lot of creepy dark scenes now. It's not really as scary as Paranorman, Coraline, and Frankenweenie. It's not those levels scary, but it is dark. I mean, and plus it has like demons in it. And there is some violence involved as well. Like, for example, in towards the end of the film, like with the falling action, like after the climax, there's a scene where this character gets strangled. There was no joke. There was strangling in this movie, which I did not see that coming. Um. So yeah. And also these stop motion animation. Wow. probably the one of the most gorgeous stop motion animation I've ever seen since Kubo and the Two Strings. It's just absolutely creative, and it does a lot of different things. It does have an actual legitimate style to it, and yeah, the story is absolutely brilliant. Like what I said, it does tackle like heavy themes, subject themes, and there's a lot going on. But I think this movie does a really good job of trying to make you pay attention, and if you don't pay attention, if you watch this movie with a closed mind, expecting just some family entertainment, then you're not gonna get that because this movie is you're probably gonna kids are probably gonna be confused by the plot, and I can see that some people probably might say that the story is confusing. I get that. It is a pretty complicated story, but you'll probably get it in no time. I absolutely love the characters. Kat is easily my favorite character in the movie. I just love her related. I mean, not really relatable, but for someone who is orphaned and who lost his or her parents, you definitely relate to Kat. Yeah, I mean, she has a very realistic portrayal of struggles. Well, unless with the fantasy elements, they're not very realistic. And also Sister Holly is amazing as well. Wendell Wild, I know people are probably gonna say that they stole the show, and I will get that. But for me, it's Kat who stole the show, and I absolutely love the rest of the characters. They're just all awesome. And I just really and this movie is actually pretty entertaining. Some may get bored with it because of how slow paced it is. It does get a while to keep the story moving, but I really was entertained by it for the most part. I love the darkness and mature. As someone who loves dark and mature anime films, this one really satisfied me, and I mean the villains may be probably the weakest aspect of the film for me, but I will say that the villain is probably the one from the Adams Family 2019 done right. Yeah, the better version of that villain, and I mean way better. And I do like the climax as well. It's really like action packed. The climax it has action, and then the climax ends. I already mentioned this. The villain gang are I won't spoil anything, but I'll say there is strangling. When the climax ends, you see strangling and murdering. Yeah, wow, it's wow. What else can I say? So overall, Wendell Wild is a perfect comeback for his Henry Selick, and a perfect comeback for great anime films after three consecutive garbage baby movies. Finally get one that thankfully isn't really for kids, even though I think kids can still like it. I don't think they will appreciate this. But this is a brilliant movie. It's near perfect. It's flawless. And sadly no one talks about this. I think people should go see this. Because it's just amazing. Again, it's not my favorite anime film of the year. Lightyear is still my personal favorite anime film of the year, but Wendell Wild is a close second. My second favorite anime film of the year. So with that said, I'm gonna give Wendell Wild a 10 out of 10. So also for my review of Wendell Wild, what's your opinion on this movie? What's your opinion on this movie? I forgot I mentioned as well. This is my second favorite Henry Selick movie, second only behind the Nightmare Before Christmas. But yeah, so comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my movie review on Last Night at Soho for its 1 year anniversary tomorrow. Bye guys.